OK 嗱，咁我講緊成年嘅運程啦喎。咁通常咧嗱，我而家講緊係農曆嘅正月開始嚇。咁正月咧就財運啊、成啊都係算旺嘅。
So we're gonna start talking about months, but months in the Chinese calendar, not the American calendar. So just make sure you match your months. So in the first year, it's good.
Yeah.
Like the first month of the first year.
係啦。咁咧跟住2月啦，就會小心啲，有啲意外，事關你有個白虎啊，成咧有個唔係咁好嘅星喺你個命宮啦。咁你2月就要小心啲啦，好容易有意外發生啦。
So February of the Chinese calendar, you have to be a little bit more mindful because that's the month where the accidents are more prone to happen. So you just got to be a little bit more mindful.
OK， 咁喺3月同4月咧，就好自然咧，就又有一啲頭先我先講你嘅朋友出現啦，你有貴人出現啦，咁咧又可以幫你逢凶化吉嘅。
So March and April on the Chinese calendar, those are the months where you will have, possibly new people coming in your life to help you and boost whether your career or your business, etc.
OK， 咁喺5、6月之間咧，你有機會咧係有機會破財嘅，不過咧就小心留意啲咧，就將個破財嘅機會降到最低。嗱，逢劫都要受。你又要破就一定要破，唔好諗住話我擋，但係希望將佢降到最低。
So May and June is the month you might take a financial loss, a financial hit. So there's these things we can't avoid, right? So instead of avoiding it, we're going to try and lessen whatever the financial hit may be. So just be very mindful in May and June of the Chinese calendar of your finances.
OK， 咁由7月去到12月咧，不論喺做生意嘅朋友啦，打工嘅朋友啦，都會好順嘅。咁咧跟住就會啲錢財啊，成日都會好慢慢咁樣咁提升。咁名同利都會同一時間會相升嘅。咁調轉就話好唔好？好，不過都係嗰句，小心身體。
So from July until December on the Chinese calendar, it's projected to be really good, whether it be for your job or your career. Things will be going really well, but the most important thing is, again, when things go well, certain things are bound to be the opposite, right? So just be very, very mindful of your health this year.
OK， 咁我就講下今年嘅成年嘅運程咯喎。咁喺正月啦，基本上咧就係運勢成日都係平平嘅啫。
So we're going to start talking about how your year will progress in the Chinese calendar. So the January of the Chinese calendar, your start of the year will be just very normal, nothing like special, just very, very normal, which is good.
OK， 喺2月1度去到6月嗰幾個月咧，咁就留意啦。點解咧？你嗰個口舌啊成咧係特別強嘅，所以咧少説話，多做事，凡事都要忍氣。
So from February to June of the Chinese calendar, these are the 5 months you really need to be careful of because that's where that star that brings the gossip and the bad temperament into your element. So for those couple of months, you really need to learn to control your temper or to hold in your temper and to not say a lot of things that you will regret saying.
係啦，咁去到7月8月就開始啦。咁你個天德嗰個福星咧就會出現嘅，天德同福星嗰個出現咗之後咧，咁咧基本上咧每一樣嘢都可以解決到，不論喺工作上啦、感情上啦、財運上都可以好啲嘅。
So once July and August of the Chinese calendar hits, you will realize things have taken a change. These are when your two good stars come into alignment with your element, which makes things a lot smoother for you, whether it be your relationship-wise, or career-wise or wealth-wise.
係啦，咁喺9月到12月開始咧，啲頭先我先講咧財運一路咁起啦，一路咁令到每一樣嘢都會越嚟越順啦。咁咧基本上成年咧個財運裏邊咧就唔係咁差嘅。OK， 咁咧咁又講成年嘅運程咯喎。咁咧成年咧正月都係即係我哋叫農曆嘅1月啦，就係好平淡嘅啫。
So the start of the new year for Tiger also is going to be very, very just nonchalant, so-so. Nothing too exciting.
所以點解要去旅行咧？就係話喺一正月之後就係去一轉旅行，就係話等佢個平淡可以改變到。
So the reason why we said in the early year of the next year in 2024 you want to go on vacation is because you want to go out and bring back that luck in so that things can remain calm for you instead of like a roller coaster.
係啦，你去一轉旅行之後咧，跟住由2月到 應該由2月到差唔多7月啊，咁咧都係可以平平淡淡，但係又唔會去到好差。咁咧就大約喺5、6月之後咧就開始每一樣嘢就開始見入佳境，會順翻，會好啲嘅。
So if you go on the vacation like we highly recommend you to do, right, you will realize from February in the Chinese calendar till July the Chinese calendar, things aren't like crazy. It's just like, you know, going okay for you. It's not exceptionally well, but it's not like horrible either. But things are just going for you. And you will realize as approaching, you know, May and June on the Chinese calendar, if you did go on that vacation like we told you to, things will start smoothing out by those months.
係啦，咁誒到下半年啦，差唔多由8月幾開始啦，咁去到12月咧就可以見到出頭天啦。咁咧亦都可以每一樣嘢都可以順翻去，即係你之前嘅工作啊、財運啊，成都可以順翻住行噶啦。
So from August until December on the Chinese calendar, if you went on vacation, like I said, for the 5th time or 6th time now, right, you will realize things are starting to now finally smooth out, pick up the pace, things are going finally good for you, and returning to what it was prior to the turn of the new year.
OK， 咁全年個運程咯噃，咁正月啦就每一樣嘢都要凡事都要留意啲，小心啲啦。
So, turn in the new year, right off the bat, you got to be very, very careful and very mindful of everything's happening around you.
係啦，咁喺2月同3月啦，你個嗰日裏邊你個命宮嘅病星咧就會突然間會加強咗嘅。
So from February and March of the Chinese calendar of next year, your sickness star will be really looming over you.
係啦，咁嗰時咧你就留意身體啦。如果身體有咩變化，有乜嘢事，第一時間就去睇醫生，千祈唔好拖。
So in February and March in the Chinese calendar, if you notice any ailments, you go to the doctor right away. Do not wait and do not hold out on it.
啊，咁跟住就4至7月啦，都係即係其實係平穩穩嘅啫，就冇好大嘅變化嘅。
So from April to July on the Chinese calendar is just so-so.
OK， 咁喺8月開始咧，就開始我哋叫做出現嘅局面就會好啲啦。咁你每一樣嘢開始好似有啲轉機啦。嗱，記住係有啲轉機咋。
So August, things will look up a little bit more than before because you will notice there are a little bit of changes, but remember, it's just a little bit.
係啦，所以8月嗰時咧，你覺得有轉機嗰時，你小心，你唔好大量投資。如果唔係，你一定話答你會蝕得好慘。
So if you are going to invest and you notice in August of the Chinese calendar, you're like, oh, look, things are going great. Do not put all your investments in one place because it will run back on you and it will actually turn out really bad. So just be very, very mindful of these little things.
係啦，咁去到9月同10月咧，你個貴人就會出現嘅。咁咧變咗咧就可以每一樣嘢就開始你感覺到真係開始順翻啦。
So you will realize around September to October in the Chinese calendar, someone good will come into your life and you will realize things are starting to really turn out okay.
係啦，咁去到10月同11月咧，你就見到個前景真係好咗啦。OK， 咁嗰時你先至投資方面開始大力少少咁多啦。
After October, heading into November, you will then realize things are finally kind of starting to sail smoothly. So you can go ahead and invest a little bit more, but still be very mindful of your finances this year.
係啦，咁我都希望屬兔嘅朋友咧，今年嗰啲衰星就真係要走啦，啲病星啊成就要更加小心啦。
Yeah, we really hope that this year, if you are the year of the rabbit, you pay extra close attention and be very, very careful because we want everyone to get through the year safely.
OK， 咁跟住啦，就講成年嘅運程咯喎。OK， 咁頭先我先講啦，你新正頭即係農曆嘅正月咧，咁你就去寺廟或者係太歲廟做個太歲福啦，作個太歲啦，咁咧就保咗自己平安先。
So again, turn New Year, go to the temple, pray.
OK， 咁喺2月、3月咧，咁個身體咧就其實係好容易會受傷㗎嚇，小心啊！
February, March, and then Chinese calendar, you will easily sustain injuries, so just be very careful.
OK， 咁喺4、5、6、7月咧係普普通通啦，平平穩穩咁啦。
So from April, May, June, July in the Chinese calendar, things are just mediocre.
OK， 咁喺8月就唔同咯喎。嗱8月咧，你入翻你個六合運啦，咁咧變相咧，你頭先我先講，你嗰個華蓋星咧就會發揮到佢嘅作用，咁好容易就令到你喺工作上或者你喺思維上、思考上係特別叻嘅。
So August on the Chinese calendar is the month you will realize that for your job, if you are a thinker, that things will go very smoothly for you because that's where the star comes into play for that month.
係啦，但係咧9月咧，你又有機會令到有少挫折嘅喎。
But September comes another hump for you, so it's not all smooth.
不過唔緊要嘅，點解咧？就因你喺10月、11月、12月咧開始咧，每一樣嘢你就見到你之前8月嗰時做嘅嘢開始見到成效啦，咁人哋開始會賞識你，會對你好嘅。
Yeah, but come October, November, December, you will realize that things are actually smoothing out for you and that everything you started in August that you worked really hard for, that it's coming back into play into the game.
係啦，咁我講成年嘅運程咯喎，咁正月開始咧，如果係屬蛇嘅女性咧就會爭啲嘅，咁好容易咧就個夫妻咧就會不和嘅。
So, starting the turn of the new year in the calendar, those that are a female and born near the snake, you will realize your relationships, if you are married or you're in a relationship, it's not as stable.
男性方面就反而冇呢一個情況發生喎。
Vice versa for guys, that's not at all.
OK， 咁喺2月同3月咧，你就有機會一個小嘅破財出現咗。
So from February to March on the Chinese calendar, you will have a small possibility of losing money.
事關你嗰個2、3月咧，嗰粒命宮裏邊咧就出現嗰粒星咧，就令你有機會破財。不過咧，如果你喺2同3月有喜事嘅話咧，咁就會冇事嘅咯
喎。Vice versa, if in February and March you have like a positive celebration, then it can cancel out that loss of money.
咁喺4同5月咧，運程咧，其實個運勢都係一般平淡嘅啫。
April and May of the Chinese calendar is just okay, so.
係啦，又唔會高又唔會低啦。OK， 咁跟住去到6月、7月開始咧，就其實應該係由6月開始一路去到差唔多8月嘅中旬、8月尾度啦。每一樣嘢都係開始順啦，啲財運又會高啦。每一樣嘢都會一路咁順住嚟嘅。
So afterwards, starting September all the way, it's pretty much till the end of August. Things are going to be very smooth for you. You will see things just rolling in for you.
係啦，不過咧到9月同10月咧就即係唔好開心緊要，因為咧時間太過開心咧，亦都係令到你咧個運程咧都要有改變嘅。我哋叫做樂極生悲 ，OK？ 咁即係話喺9同10月之間咧，你都有少少嘅波折出現嘅。
You will also realize as though things are going smoothly for a couple of months, by September and October you will have an obstacle in between because nothing in life goes smoothly, so it's kind of like a tribulation.
係啦，咁到11月同12月咧，咁就冇問題啦。每一樣咧，我哋見到光明嘅路啦。咁之後嘅嘢就一路咁向住你想嘅發展啊，或者工作上都會越嚟越好啦。
So afterwards, starting November, you will realize things are actually looking up. Things are getting better and better. It's not just smooth sailing from that point on. It's actually like getting better and better for you.
係啦，咁喺2024年屬蛇嘅朋友咧，成年嘅運程咧係上好嘅。
So overall, general luck and everything going on, fortune for you for in the year of the snake, it's actually pretty good.
咁屬馬嘅朋友咧，今年嘅全運程啦，1月咧其實咧都有一個我哋叫新春嘅現象啦，其實咧都可以個財運啊成都會幾好嘅。
So start of the new year for you, turn the new year, it should go in pretty well, pretty smoothly.
跟住喺2、3月咧，我講緊嘅正月，即係1月嗰個現象咧，其實好似一個假象。點解咧？我先講緊你個財運會高會低，會起會伏，所以喺2月到5月嘅期間裏邊咧，你會感覺到一個好混亂嘅情況發生嘅。
Yeah, so it's like when the start of the new year came, it's like an illusion, a facade that things are going to go really well. Come hit February, March, April, May of the Chinese calendar, things are going to turn up and down, left and right, inside out. It's not going to be very stable for you. So just be very mindful of all the changes and all the difficulties and possibility of like, smooth sailing, like, illusion. It's not gonna be. So just be very mindful of that.
係啦，咁持續到下半年嘅6月開始啦，6、7、8、9、10月咧，你嗰個吉星就會出現咗，你嘅貴人出現，咁咧每一樣嘢就可以同你逢凶化吉啦。
So then come June, July, August, September, October on the Chinese calendar, your good start of, the person that's going to shine on you, they're going to come and you realize things are actually starting to smooth and not like flip-flop completely, like the beginning half of the year.
係啦，咁到10月同11月咧，每一樣咧就譬如有啲衝嘅嘢，或者有啲唔好嘅嘢咧，就譬如咁講，你如果有人嗌你去送，即係去送喪啊、成啊之類嘅嘢，你就可以的話，免得個就免，就盡量就唔好去啦。即係你咁有啲人問我師傅啊，咁我做唔做人情啊？人情白金你可以做，但係就唔好去。
So for November, December, you may realize that those are the months where, like, people ask you to or invite you to bid your farewells to somebody who passed away, and if you can't avoid it, try not to go. And if you want to, obviously you can give them a gift to smooth their hearts, to share condolences. But if you can't avoid going to those situations, funerals or banquets with funerals, like celebrating someone's life, if you can avoid it, avoid going.
OK， 咁屬羊嘅朋友，今年成年嘅運程咧，喺正月咧就個太陰星就入咗你個命宮裏邊啦，所以咧男性咧就比較弱啲嘅，女性就會好啲嘅。
So in the start of the new year, if you are a male, it's gonna be alright. It's not that great, but it's not that bad either. But if you're a female, it's the opposite. You're actually gonna have a really good start of the new year.
咁咧即係3月啦，頭先講1、2月啦，咁3月咧男士就要小心啦。點咧？3月咧你嗰個桃花宮會大咗，咁咧變相嘅話咧，美人計嘅機會就會大咗啦。
So March for males, you have to be a little bit more careful. That's the month where you're easily gonna get tricked. Easily gonna get tricked.
OK， 咁去到4、5月咧，你嘅貴人咧就會自然就會提升嘅。咁個女嘅貴人就會出現。咁咧就不論你工作上啊，或者喺生意上啦，你都會比較會好嘅。
So April, May is when the stars for the people that the people that help you will come come into your element. So for that it should be pretty good.
OK， 咁喺7月同8月咧，個運勢咧就冇乜上落嘅啫。
July, August, on the Chinese calendar is just going to be an okay month.
咁喺9月同10月咧，就有機會有少少嘅波折啦，即係會有少少嘅高低嘅起伏啦，但係唔會話去到好大。
So come September and October, you're going to notice there's some up and downs, but it's not like substantial up and downs. It's just like events of life.
OK， 咁嗱喺10月同11月就小心啦。點解咧？你要自己管理好自己你嘅不論生意啊，或者係工作上嘅嘢啦，就仲有唔好同人哋簽任何擔保嘅嘢。嗱喺10月同11月要切記呢一樣嘢。點解你喺命宮裏面出現咗一個唔係咁靚嘅星，我先講緊啦。咁所以喺10月同11月你一定要小心，唔好同人哋做任何擔保簽名，甚至乎你自己簽名，你都要留意啲。睇清楚個文件先至好簽落去。
So come end of October, November, December, do not co-sign anything with anyone. And if you have to sign your name on any document, you got to be very careful because those are the months where like the scam, the trickery can come in easily. So you want to be very, very mindful for those specific months.
係啦，咁基本上屬羊嘅朋友咧，全年嘅運勢咧都係好嘅，不過男士就要小心啦，防止美人計啊，即係唔好失驚無神有個靚女走出嚟，咁你就自己心癢咁樣去啦。OK， 嗱呢樣要切記啦。
So overall, generally the luck for those born in the year of sheep is pretty good this year, but you just want to be a little bit more mindful if you are a male specifically with, people coming around you and, showing their interest in you. They may not truly be interested in you. They're probably interested in what's in your pockets this year. So you got to be very extra careful.
OK， 咁成年嘅運程咧，屬猴嘅朋友咧，喺正月咧就好容易捕風捉影啦，每一樣嘢就變化得好大，覺得自己每一樣嘢覺得自己 欠咗你嘅。嗱，呢樣嘢切記啦。
So in the turn of the new year, there's going to be a lot of changes in your life, and the one feeling you will feel the most may be, oh, like people owe it to you to do this, and that's the one thing you should be very mindful of. Nobody owes you anything.
OK， 咁喺2同3月咧，咁就要小心啦。尤其是有機會俾朋友出賣，而令到你無啦啦就入咗去差館啊，或者係受咗一個官非嘅案件嘅。
So February and March, you on the Chinese calendar, you want to be very careful because that's the month you may get betrayed, and it may lead to like legal consequences.
OK， 咁喺4月、5月、6月、7月、8月咧，咁就有啲你有一粒吉星出現咗啦，咁你有個半合嘅貴人啦，所以咧你有機會就係話你個貴人會出現啦，咁有可能就係話你嗰個時間咧有少少財運嘅提升嘅。
From April to August on the Chinese calendar, you may realize that there are chances to, increase your wealth by a very little bit, but again, it's just only very little bit, and you will see that there are people helping you around you, but again, it's just like very little things.
OK， 咁喺9月同10月咧就要提防自己啦，即係之前我講緊由4月去到8月，你覺得自己有啲財啦，有啲運啦，咁你就唔諗啦，就會做咗好多傻嘅嘢。嗱，嗰個時候亦都有機會係令到你出現咗頭先我所講嘅五鬼啊、官非啊、即係俾人篤背脊嘅嘢嘅。OK。
So, just because those months are going well for you doesn't mean you should put your all into it, because again, this year you have way more bad things than good things going for you. So if you put your all into it, your one thing you think is good is going to amplify into something actually bad. So be very mindful of whatever you're thinking of and doing of this year in adequate amounts.
OK， 咁喺11月同12月個時間咧，你個我哋叫做啱啱行翻個三合運啦。咁咧變咗你每一樣嘢都會順利利啊，每一樣嘢都可以一路咁起啦。
So starting from November until December, then that's when things start to finally ease out and like go well for you per se. There's not much up and down. There's not much like negativity, not as much gossip. So things turn better once November of next year.
係啦，咁基本上屬猴嘅朋友全年嘅運勢咧，就個幅度就都比較有啲波折嘅。點解咧？時間你啲五鬼啊，成令到你嘅人咧個反覆啊、個諗嘢啊、思維思想咧都會改變嘅。但係頭先我先講緊每一樣嘢，你要停一停，諗一諗，咁就可以每一樣嘢可以逢凶化吉㗎啦。
So for those born in the year of the monkey, you just gotta use your brain a little bit more this year and think, be more conscious, stop amplifying negative things and amplify the positive things.
OK， 咁屬雞嘅朋友全年嘅運程啦。OK， 咁喺正月即係我哋叫農曆嘅正月啦。OK， 咁咧運程都係一般普普通通嘅啫。
So start of the new year, your luck is just going to be like, all right, it's not like that.
好啦
or that bad.
咁喺2月同3月咧就有少少嘅病出現啦。
Come February, March, you're going to have a little bit of ailments, a little bit of sicknesses.
係啦，咁咧亦都有機會喺嗰個時間咧，亦都有機會令到你有少嘅破財啦。
And because of that, during that time period, can make you lose a little bit of money.
亦不過嗰時亦都有貴人出現 ，OK， 咁貴人可能咩咧？就話齋帶你去買個袋啊，或者帶你去買嘢咁樣，就令到你嗰個破財星咧就降到最低啦。
But also within those months, you might have someone who like we call like the looking out star, like someone's looking out for you type of thing. They might come and bring you, and help you out and like take you somewhere and make you spend some money. But then that lessens the initial burden of how much money you would lose.
OK， 咁喺4月咧就其實有喜慶事出現咗嘅，咁咧就變咗咧出咗喜慶嘅話咧就可以逢凶化吉啦。
So April should be something good coming along, some sort of celebration or something, and that should cancel out some of the bad stuff.
係啦，咁喺5月、6月、7月咧都係運勢都係平穩。
May to July, things are just again normal, so.
OK， 咁喺8月同9月咧就有機會啫，未必一定㗎，就有機會有喪事啦。咁咧亦都有機會令到自己有機會有病出現，不過就係好細嘅毛病嚟嘅啫。
come August, September, there's a chance that someone may pass away around you, and possibly sickness also. But it's a chance.
總之你開心面對咧，就可以解決問題嘅。
Yeah, as long as you optimistically look at it, it will help you a lot better.
時間跟住10月、11月同12月咧，就個困難性啊，全部冚唪唥過晒㗎啦。咁每一樣嘢咧都轉入佳境，不論財運啊、人際啊、工作咧，都會一路咁轉得好好嘅。
So comes October, November, December, things will pretty much take a change. It will just go up, 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 and like become really good for you.
係啦，咁基本上2024年屬雞嘅朋友咧，成年嘅運程咧都係叫做上好嘅。
So overall, general fortune for those born in the year of the rooster is actually pretty good.
咁成年全年裏邊嘅大約運程啦 ，OK， 咁由正月嘅1月同2月咧都係好普普通通嘅啫。
So, if you're gonna ask for those born in the year of the dog, is it really that bad? It's really not. Like, you're going against the year of the dragon, which, you know, you're just going against it. It's not like it's not like a fight or anything like that. And although there are bad stars, everything else for you, other than like, you know, like getting into authority, going to jail, whatever that stuff that I just mentioned before, things aren't as bad. So when starting the new year, turning the new year, it's just gonna be very like so going into the new year.
Yeah. OK， 咁喺3月咧，咁啊要提防啦。點解咧？提防咩咧？就提防一個炮尾，即係我哋意思話轉頭兜篤將軍咁嚼你。OK， 咁所以咧，你做咩之前咧，你就諗一諗先，唔好咁多口舌之爭嘅嘢，亦都唔好同人哋衝突嘅嘢。
So come March, you want to be very mindful of things that come out of your mouth, because March is the month where there's an element where basically it's going to bite you in the butt. So you just want to be very careful of everything you're doing, everything you're thinking, everything you're saying, starting like March of.
係啦，咁喺4同5月之間咧，你就每一樣嘢就開始有啲轉機嘅。咁你亦都見到一個好似好好嘅現象出現咗，不過唔好太過開心。點解咧？事關好大機會就會令到喺6月開始就出現咗問題，所以你一定要每一樣嘢睇清楚，穩陣啲、安全啲去做。
So come April, May on the Chinese calendar, it may look like things are looking up, looking well, and that like things are going smoothly, but don't be so quick to jump the gun and like go for it, because it's almost like a facade where things may look like it's going smoothly, but come June, you will see, as we're going to say, it's not as smooth as you think it could be.
OK， 咁嗱頭先我先點解喺年頭抄一張，喺年中抄一張咧？事關你喺6、7、8月咧就開始有啲麻煩嘢出現咗啦，又有機會出現咗官非或者係唔好嘅嘢出現，所以點解頭先我先講你喺年頭抄一張，你喺年中再抄一張，就係話防止有官非官司提大佢，所以你去破咗佢先。
So why we say be very cautious, because June, July, August on the Chinese calendar, those are the months where you're easily going to get in trouble with easily get in trouble with authorities the most. So what you want to do is, as we recommended before, in the beginning of the turn of the new year in February, get a ticket, and then like come like June, July, get another ticket, so that like you can lessen the trouble with authority to just like these tickets and not like an actual like caseload.
點解咧？事關你命宮裏面嗰個權嗰個國印星咧，就係代表你有權力，但係唔係代表你可以話到。事關你喺裏邊其中有幾個麻煩嘅星堆埋一堆，所以咧點解我要咁做就係話將你出現嘅官非降低咁解啦。
Yeah, so basically we want you to just lessen the chances of you getting in trouble with the authorities. So by doing so, the only way is to get these tickets, because if not, then the next thing, it's not going to be just a ticket.
係啦，咁到9月、10月、11月同12月咧，每一樣嘅衰嘅嘢啊，成日開始一路咁減退嘅啦。咁咧個運勢咧就之後一路開始咁起翻嘅，咁見嘅嘢亦都係順翻嘅。咁每一樣嘢就係話到年尾你個運程就開始一路咁，我哋叫起翻晒啦。
So come the new year, from September on, things should take a turn and look a little bit better than before. So if you can do what we recommended the previous months, you know, get the tickets, you know, avoid, you know, certain situations and avoid doing certain things, by September it should become a positive outlook.
OK， 咁屬豬嘅朋友基本上成年嘅運程咧好嘅 ，OK， 不論喺財政啊、身體啊成都好嘅，姻緣上亦都係好嘅。咁OK， 咁成年嘅運程就係話1月同2月啦，咁咧基本上喺個命宮裏面出現嘅嘢咧，就係話你會特別喜慶多咗啦，應酬多咗啦，就異性人緣多咗啦，咁凡事都要小心啦。
So, in terms of overall the year, it's pretty good. The only thing is, again, like there's going to be a lot of people in your life. So, because of it will cause a lot of interaction. So, you just got to be very mindful of the interactions that you're having.
OK， 咁喺3月4月咧，你就要留意少少啦。點解咧？嗰個時間你喺年頭你特別運數好啊，咁你3、4月咧就出現咗有啲麻煩嘢啦，即係好似有人突然間暴躁啊，或者突然間有啲唔好嘅嘢出現啊，或者有啲人想你啊成嘅嘢出現嘅，所以咧你3、4月就要即係留意小心啦。
So, like I mentioned before, right, the turn of the new year is going to be good for you because you have a lot of like positive things, a lot of people interactions, stuff like that, chances, stuff like that. But because of that, come March, April of the new year in the Chinese calendar, you will realize that you may be getting angry a lot, frustrated a lot often, and like very temperamental, which can then turn whatever is good that happened to you to not so good.
係啦，喺5同6月咧不論財運啊、財政啊，就會比你之前嗰幾月咧就更加上一層噶啦。
So come May, June, financially wise, things will become better for you, even better than what it was previous months.
OK， 咁喺7月、8月、9月咧，又要小心咯喎。點解咧？提防受傷啦，又提防你諗嘅嘢太多嗰時咧，會影響你嘅財政運作啦。咁所以咧不論你投資又好咩都好，你都要細心睇一睇先。
So July through September, you want to be extra cautious because there's a lot of chances where things may not go as smoothly as you want it to. So you just have to be extra cautious those 3 months.
OK， 咁喺10月啦，就頭先講啦，你嘅財運升咗，咁你自然就暴飲暴食啦，咁一個身體就會出現咗問題啦。所以喺10月嗰個期間咧，就要知道自己啦。嗱，你揾錢多咗，你應酬多咗，你自然就會疲倦咗，咁你自然就會腸胃就會差咗啦。
So, because we did mention you have a few months where things will go very smoothly for you, where the money will come like finding you themselves. So you may find yourself eating out more, celebrating more. And because of eating out so much does take a toll on your body. So come October, you want to be very mindful of your own body, your own health.
好啦，咁到11月同12月咧，就基本上屬豬嘅朋友咧個運程咧一路咁向前行緊嘅，係順嘅，不論工作上啦、感情上啦，都係會更上一層樓。
So towards the end of the year, things will even out to be very smoothly. Things will get even just better and better.
好啦，咁多位朋友，12生肖2024嘅我就講晒啦。OK， 咁都係嗰句啦，睇完我之後應該點做啊？
So thank you for watching our video. We are done with the 12 zodiacs for the year 2024, their fortune and their luck, what's good and what's bad. If you like our videos, continue to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. 嗱，唔係㗎，就點解我會咁講咧？小班，我哋仲有跟住嚟緊嘅9宮飛星，即係每一年嘅轉數財運，同埋嗱，我唔知道你有冇睇我嘅節目啦，我收到好多朋友嘅回覆都話，佢舊年擺咗嗰個碗之後，財運係高咗好多好多好多。你未擺嘅話，你就要嘗試啦。不過唔會喺呢個節目講，會喺下一個節目講。咁你哋記得留意我嘅節目啦。拜拜，祝各位好運！